Welcome back. Today I'm joined by Andi Mitchell of OhioMeansJobs, Champaign County. I'm Adam Moore. I'm with the We Spin Local Network podcast. How you doing today, Andi?
I'm good, thanks. How are
I'm
you?
good. Hey, thanks for joining me again. Today we are here. This is part two of our three-part series, talking about some of the services that OhioMeansJobs, Champaign County offers. And today we're here to talk all about incumbent worker training. So tell me a little bit about what incumbent worker training is.
So incumbent worker training is a business service that we offer to Champaign County employers that essentially provides current employees, so incumbent workers, with upskilling. So if there are, people that just need maybe an additional certificate in order to advance at the company, or if they require some technical skills in order to avert a layoff. These are some things that we can look at and help provide reimbursement costs for the training.
Who can apply for this type of service?
So any Champaign County employer can apply for these services. This is, as I mentioned, an employer service. So we have some other programs where the employee has to be eligible in order for the employer to receive the benefit. For incumbent worker training, that is not the case. This is an employer service, so the employer has to be the one that's eligible. Typically, employers qualify regardless, as long as you're, in good standing, you're not on current layoff status, and then you can't displace someone and then try to train another person to go into that spot. So, but typically you just are looking for some upskilling for your current employees. You realize that this employee is a valuable asset to your company, and you're just looking for some kind of credentialed training in order to advance them, or again, to avert layoff.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense. So the types of training that are available are, again, these upskill type of trainings, these advancement type of trainings, the certificates, credentials, those types of things.
Yeah.
How much assistance can be provided to these employers?
So we, for incumbent worker training, we typically will do 50% reimbursement for approved training costs. So there's not necessarily a cap. But the training costs need to be approved before training begins. So we have to have an idea of what we're looking at. Obviously, we're a smaller county, so we have a limited budget. But we've been able to provide reimbursement for training costs to help save local employers a good deal of money.
How would somebody go about applying if they were interested?
So if we have employers that are interested, they would just need to get a hold of me, contact me at OhioMeansJobs, Champaign County, and essentially just give me some information about what kind of training you're looking at. Is it, credentialed training? Incumbent worker training cannot be training just for the sake of training. So it can't be like, CPR or first aid, things that you would normally do anyway. But if they're new programs or new trainings to upskill, the current employees, or if it's a new technology and your company needs to be able to master this in order to stay relevant and it's to stay competitive, then that's certainly something that we can look at. So it's hard to say this is what qualifies and this does not qualify. So if you have any questions or any interest, you would just contact me and I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
Awesome. What do you have any examples of a success story for somebody here locally who took advantage of this training and has really seen some success with that.
Sure. So we have someone that is currently enrolled in an apprenticeship program, and the employer, as as this trainee is going through their on the job training and their related instruction training and things like that, this employer reached out and said, hey, this is, a fairly new training for us, but it's a credentialed training. It's something that's going to really benefit this employee. And that was something that we were able to, provide some reimbursement for, which ends up saving the company thousands of dollars that they can then, put towards something else of good use. So we're definitely branching out in the incumbent worker training, and it's really a beneficial program for employers to take advantage of. Like I said, these trainings are going to happen whether my office existed or not. And so if you can get some reimbursement in the process, why not?
Yeah, why not? It sounds like it's a win-win situation for these employers. You're able to get better employees or more skilled employees, and you're also able to do it at a fraction of the cost it would normally cost you to do that. So if you have any questions about the incumbent worker training program, reach out to Andi at OhioMeansJobs in Champaign County. I appreciate you joining me, Andi.
Thanks so much, Adam.
Yep.